All right, guys, welcome back again. Today we've got walk 2, run 7. So that's what we're doing, and you repeat it 3 times like normal. And it does look like we're actually starting on Saturday. It looks like we're actually going into a distance-based runs instead of this walk so long, run so long time-based. So I think I'm gonna like that. I mean, I don't really mind either way, distance or time, you know. Some ways time's easier because it's like, oh, I'll need this long to do it. In other ways, distance is easier, just like, you know, like knowing where to go, stuff like, you know, you can be like, yeah, this loop is about this long or whatever, you know, or this point is about this far, so I can go here and back or whatever, you know. So in terms of determining a route, I'd say distance is better to base it off of. But if you're going for like setting aside the time that you'll need to do it in your day, time's better. But for determining a route, like for time, it's like it can vary a lot how far you're going to get in the amount of time, you know. And you have to know yourself extremely well, I think, to be able to go based off of time. Determining your route, even an out and back based off of time, like you could go too hard going out and then you're dying coming back and you make it, you don't really make it really close back and stuff, and it takes you more time than you thought it was just to get back. But I know my coach in college, he said to go out about like a minute or so past the halfway and then come back. We were trying to negative split those. So, but like I've trained by distance, I've trained by time. Like from 6th through 11th grade, 6th grade through junior year, it was distance-based training. That's what that coach did for us, like 90% of the time. So it was based on the distance, not the time. But then I went to, then senior year, we had a bit of coaching change, and new coach had us do time-based instead of distance-based. So, you know, like, it's going to take you the same amount of time anyway, you know, so you're not pushing yourself to get it done sooner, right? Like, you know, I do things, like with distance-based, a lot of times you will find runners who will push the pace more than they should on their easy runs to get done sooner. But yeah, that was like his thoughts, I think, on that. But and then in college we did time based, but I mean, you'll get people who'll be stupid either way and push too much. Either like with distance, I just want to be done sooner, so I'm gonna push it, right? Or time, I want to cover more ground, and then you kind of get a competition that is like, yeah, no. You gotta know how to be taking it easy. I'd say you gotta know how to take it easy either way, I think. And sometimes where you learn that is through failure, is through not doing that until it comes back to bite you, which I think happens a lot more noticeably if you're pushing it in time-based training, actually, because you'll be running, you'll be pushing the pace to get more done in that time, right? And then sometimes you'll end up pushing yourself too much and not actually being able to keep running the entirety of the time. And that, I think, is a powerful teacher. It's the hard way to learn it, for sure. But it is a powerful lesson on pacing yourself the hard way. And to learn it, yes, but sometimes people have to learn it the hard way. It's a sad thing that people do have to learn it that way sometimes, but it does stick a lot more when you learn it the hard way. I mean, I don't know that I really learned it the hard way, you know, like, I don't know which way I really learned it. But I do know I'm terrible at pacing myself. I've been working on that. And I've gotten a little better over the years, but yeah. Anyway, we've been running for a couple minutes now. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys have a break while I finish this running section. But I was just going off on that, I guess, talking. Got unzip already. Whew. Maybe I shouldn't have gone with the jacket. But I didn't want to not go with the jacket and get too cold. There's like no wind. I thought there was wind. There's none. Yeah, so see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, it's been 3 minutes since you saw me. I know for you guys it's been no time, but for me, 3 minutes. We did that running section about 8:50 average pace. Not bad. I give it a nice surge right at the end of it, last minute or so. Well, not necessarily a surge, but you know, just a nice stride, you know, just striding out a bit. So just get some nice speed going on me, you know. Felt amazing. But yeah, now we just kind of getting that walking section in. And then we'll be running again, and then a little bit. So when I had it in my watch hand, when I turned my hand to see the watch, it turns the phone. But you know, the snow we got is basically gone these days. Still a chunk in the mountains, but yeah, there should be a lot more down here than there is. There usually is way more right now. It's way too warm. Way warmer than it should be. I should not even be needing to unzip this, let alone thinking I maybe should take it off soon. So, yeah. It's going pretty good. And I'll see you guys in a little bit, probably. Got about 20 seconds before I gotta start running again. So, see you maybe not then, but see ya in a little bit. Hey guys, just got done with the second set of 7 minutes. We did it at about a 7:30 pace. Yeah, it was, you know, feeling pretty decent. We're gonna go really slow and easy on this next section though, just because we are a little exhausted from the head, I guess. Maybe pushed it a little too hard for what we're in right now, but it felt good to have that bit of speed involved, even if we're taking it super easy for the rest of the run. I think it's just fine with me, but yeah. So, yeah. Probably some more stuff I should be doing than just running to get back into shape. But just like, you know, some strength stuff, you know, like especially like core and stuff. Have not done in ages. Like, you know. So if you guys got any good core workouts you think I should do, leave those in the comments for me and I'll check them out. Might even do a video where I go through them and try to with them for you guys, and show how to do them, I guess. Even if I don't really know, show how I think you're supposed to do them or whatever. I can look them up, I guess. Just kind of show a little bit of that side of the running community, that side of the running world, because without a strong core, you'll never be sure, you might be able to finish a race or whatever, but to actually do amazing, to actually improve, once you get to a certain point, you need a strong core to safely improve. And so that's why it's really important to be doing core workouts and stuff with your running. Obviously, you should also be doing some working like all your muscle groups a bit too, you know, but especially the focus should be on that core, because that is really important if you're running. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I started the running, going very slow. All right, guys, finished our last 7 minutes of running. It was about a 10:30 pace this time. Now we're on our nice 2-minute cool down. But yeah, it's pretty good. Next workout will be on Friday. I've told the plan I don't want to run on Wednesday and Thursday. I'll be Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday every week. And I'll try and probably start incorporating some core on either Wednesday or Thursday. And I'll be using the other day to record videos for my gaming channel, Zachman the Trackman. I will, put a link somewhere. I think I might have a link in my, I'll put a link somewhere, okay? You guys will be able to find a link to it somewhere. But yeah, that is the plan for now. And I will let you guys know if it changes. So yeah, that was a good run today, and I will know more about it later, that I'll be able to use myself, right? You guys don't necessarily need to know all the details about the run. I'm especially going to try and get this up, today, same day I ran it, just because I like like being able to give you guys my runs basically on the same day as I ran them, so it's not like, it makes it a little easier talking to you guys. I can be using it just makes it a lot easier for me to be talking to you guys about stuff and whatnot while I'm running, or walking. In this case, I'm walking right now. But it just makes it a little easier for my side of things. I feel like if I'm trying to get up there, I know it makes it a little harder for me too, in terms of getting the video edited. And I'm not really doing much editing, just slamming the clips all together right now. But as I grow, I might start trying to do more time-consuming edits and editing stuff a little more. But for now, I'm just throwing the clips together and letting it be, right? I'm not too worried about bad editing skills right now. It's about getting the content out there right now, growing. Yes, high quality does help with that, but at the same time, it's getting them out there, getting my runs in, everything else I'm doing, I'm not just sitting around all day. Sometimes I do that on my rest days, but most of the time I'm out, I know Monday through Friday, I work, I know it's only 3 hours a day, but still, I work in the mornings, 3 hours a day, 9 to noon. And then after that, I go home, have some lunch, let that digest a bit. Sometimes I do a batch of dishes, I move the laundry over, whatnot. Just doing stuff actively. And then I go and I get out there Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, and I'm getting out there and I'm going out and I'm running for half an hour. Not necessarily running half an hour of it, but I'm out there running for quite a chunk of time. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of this training plan after. So starting on Saturday and going on, continuing through the training plan, it looks like. I don't have a ton of days of it yet, but it is looking like we will have perceived effort somewhat hard. I did go a bit hard in one part. Felt pretty strong. I know I used to be a lot stronger than that. Ooh, but yeah. So anyway, we are done with the run now and the cool day. But like, I'm looking forward to being able to do continuous running a little bit. I mean, I know I did start this one out just running through the breaks, and then I took it to actually following it how it said, just because I was like, might be a little safer to do this, you know. But and I do like being able to stop and talk to you guys a little bit in between the sections of the run. This might be a longer one. Means more time for it to upload to everywhere. Oh well. But yeah. So we are. I'm really looking forward to being able to run based on distance. I mean, I do like running by time sometimes. It is really nice to know there's only this much longer regardless of what pace I'm going, you know? Then sometimes it's like, I'm dying and I still have 3 minutes. Right? But I mean, you can get the same with time, distance. Especially if you don't pace yourself well enough. You know, it's a big problem in running, I think. And one thing that a lot of people who are starting running struggle with is pacing themselves. Like, I struggle with pacing myself a lot of the time, and I've been running since 6th grade. What was that? Back 2017, 2018. I gotta think through it. 2017. I've been running since fall of 2017. Admittedly, I was not doing a ton of running that season. I walked so much of that cross country season, but fall of 2017 is when I started running, and I've taken some breaks during that time, but none that were very large till this last summer and 7th grade. The end of that track season into a little bit of the summer, I couldn't run. At least my mom didn't let me run because I'd fractured my left humerus. I told you guys about that in a different video, I believe, but yeah. And so if you guys want, you should go check out the video that I have on there about my my junior high. It might be middle school on the video name, but middle school, junior high, same thing, right? The high school, both parts for cross country, high school and college. So middle school, high school, college. I made videos going over my cross country and track times from both of those. If you want to go watch those, and then if you want more details on any of the individual races or strategies or anything of that season, you tell me, and I'll try to make a video or get that or tell you about it stuff, you know. But no guarantees on the older stuff. Some of them it's been a while since them, and I only started using a Garmin watch in freshman track season, and then after that I did not use in sophomore track season. I might have once or twice used a watch on the track, but after that I did not use a watch during track races. I didn't, and my coach said I looked at my watch too much on the those track races when I was using it, and so I didn't use it for those. I did use it for cross country though, almost every race, starting in sophomore year of cross country. But once there's a race or two that I did not use it, and I really hope you just heard me talking and someone drove by. I hope you guys actually heard me. You probably did. So yeah, and this is going to be a long one, which sucks because it's going to take forever to upload. Yay! But I'll get her done after I get home, which will be soon, and I'll shower, and preferably I'll be done in time to go and watch my sister cheer at a basketball game, because she's insisting that I go watch her. I'm like, fine. Siblings. But I don't know. I support her cross country and track career. She's a junior high, 7th grader this year. But I do support her cross country and track career more than her other sports, which are basketball and then technically cheer. But I personally I looked up on Google definition of a sport, and based on that, I know some places cheer does compete. The definition of a sport to me is that you are competing. Like that is a part of it being a sport, is you have to be competing against other teams and stuff, which cheer at the school that my family goes to does not compete against other schools in cheer competitions or anything like that. And as such, I personally do not think of it here as a sport in the same way that, like, of course, that cross country of them are. It's not as sport-like, I guess. You know, like, you're not competing. Like, I know some places cheer does compete, but like if they started competing in, because I know they did at one point. I've seen some trophies from cheer competitions in school's trophy stuff, but if they did start competing in cheer competitions again, then yes, I would consider that a sport. Because I don't personally consider it a sport. I know some people do. I'm going based off the definition when I looked it up on Google, which did specify competing against other individuals and or teams. I'm not saying it's not hard at work and that they don't have to, I'm not saying it doesn't take effort and practice and all that stuff, because it does. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying it is not a sport here in my eyes because they do not compete, which is a part of the definition of a sport to me. And I did Google definition of a sport as well, make sure I'm not wildly off. So, yeah, this is going to be a really long one, and I'm not helping by just rambling on to you guys. So, we will see you guys on Friday for another run. It's going to be so nice. I can take a nice little break from my running and let you guys be, and then next week we'll do more running. Yeah, we do a lot of running. That's what happens, apparently, when you're a runner. So, see ya. Hey, I said to stop recording. Okay.